That's a good woman. A woman who supports her man, but she doesn't baby him. That's a good woman. A woman who doesn't mind submitting as long as you understand what it means and it goes both ways. That's a good woman. A woman that's beautiful, loving, and full of ambition. That's a good woman. She brings more to the table than you're willing to acknowledge. That's because she's a good woman. She walks in her femininity. She takes care of herself, but don't think she won't check you. That's a good woman. She has your back as long as you have hers. That's a good woman. She knows who she is, and she walks with confidence. That's a good woman. She expects you to be everything God called you to be, and she will hold you accountable. That's a good woman. Ladies, whatever I miss, leave a comment. You're not hard to find. We just need to step up.
Based off the video that is going to be prior to this, I want to talk about relationships and ask one question, which is really two in one, which would be, is a good man or woman hard to find? I'm having a conversation. Would you feel that a good woman is hard to find? Bro. Do you feel a good woman is hard to find?
No, not really.
So it's easy for you to find a good woman?
Yeah.
So you saying most women are good?
No.
So how is it easy for you to find a good woman and everybody else isn't?
Because everybody else be jumping out there looking for looks. It ain't about the looks.
Looks play a part, though, right?
All right.
So then how do you know you're attracted to a woman?
What you mean?
Dude, looks have to play a part.
Nah, cause
You have to say,
yeah,
yo.
yeah, it do, cause you'll be attracted to her looks, and her looks say what it was all cracked up to be.
Yeah.
You can,
No, I wholeheartedly believe a woman ain't truly beautiful until she's beautiful inside and out.
Yeah, cause I know some bad bitches, ugly as hell.
I've seen some pretty women who turn ugly real quick when their attitude is messed up. Like, I can't even look at them the same. Like, I can't even call them beautiful after them showing me that they're ugly inside. It's like she's just maybe pretty at the most. But that's still vain to me, you know what I'm saying? I believe the beauty inside of a woman is more important anyway, but it's still so many women much. There's still so many women who are misguided and getting in relationships for the wrong reason, which makes them angry black women who are deemed bad women. That's why it's a saying that good women are hard to find. Now, I agree with you. I believe most women that I've come in contact are good women. It's just compatibility is never the priority. Everybody's trying to force a peg into a square, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the problem that we have, because we want to do what everybody, we follow in this pattern that we really don't understand. It's just saying, yo, that's what they did, so we're going to do the same. And it's also been the same thing that's leading us to slaughter. It's the problem that we have. We follow so much. We don't even recognize that everything that we do is because we follow somebody else. There's nothing that we do in America that is our own. We've started, then it was taken, and then we started following behind what they do with it.
Okay.
Like being a gangster. You realize that gangster shit was what they did. That's how the mobs came together. That's how Ku Klux Klan came together. That's how the armies are coming together. These niggas was... They already had the gang thing mastered. You feel what I'm saying? They knew what they do.
Yeah.
They had that down pat. So when that shit got here, because we're not smart enough to put two and two together, we just watching somebody shoot and make people scared. Not understanding there's mathematics that need to be behind the moves that you make. And people wasn't just killing people off, people was killing people for strategic reasons. And that's the difference between people that don't understand what the secret societies and Illuminati stuff is all about. But back to relationships. Women, I believe, have been manipulated into believing that it's better to be settled with the first good man that they can find.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Instead of the man that they're compatible with. I know a lot of men that were in relationships that were miserable. And number one concern would be wife. When wife is unhappy, he's unhappy, and most times wife is upset and unhappy. Like, do you understand where most of that stuff comes from?
Yeah.
Like, I know psychologically, if you're in a relationship where there's love, that love reflects upon the kids. When you're in a relationship where there's stress, then everything stresses you as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everything. Like, you can't even enjoy being a parent. The kids stress you out. You're supposed to enjoy being a parent. If you don't enjoy being a parent, then it either went against your plans of parenting, or it was totally unexpected the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think there has to be some kind of class on parenting again.
You say within the school, or?
I'm saying it should be personal in the household anyway. But when I found out that my baby mom, my son's mother, I don't like the term baby mom, but it's just been thrown around a lot. But my son's mother, I read every book I could possibly get. I took parenting classes. We did pregnant yoga and pregnant belly dancing and pregnant everything, trying to, have a better understanding. I was following every trimester, him growing. I massaged her often, bathed her, got her what she had cravings. She had McDonald's cravings on a regular basis. But I knew it was important to treat her a certain way during the pregnancy.
Yeah. Because
the baby feels everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same way in parenting, bro. We gotta carry that in parenting. My whole vision on parenting is to break the generational curses. The stuff that was done to us that we know ain't right, make sure not to be done to our children, and our children can recognize.
Yeah.
Those cuts and burns. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain kids that you gotta be like, don't touch the stove. And they still gotta touch the stove and get burnt before they not touch the stove again. And then there's those kids that you be like, yo, don't touch the stove, and they be like, all right, I got you.
Yeah.
They already understand there's something about that's going to be dangerous. Then that makes them more aware of everything around them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When we don't prepare our kids for tomorrow, I believe that's what we lack as being parents. I think we also as well let them be children without forcing them. You know what I'm saying? But give them options. Give them all the options to be aware of certain things. 'Cause you gotta let them know they can play in the grass, but there's also snakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it comes to a relationship, we gotta think, in my eyes, about all those type of things, especially when it comes to our women. You have a stressful relationship. You're literally scraping, like you're shaving skin off. You know what I'm saying? And the more you shave, the more you get closer to the meat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The more damage you're doing. So it's better either to be separate or to figure out what the problem is and try to move on together to where you can love each other. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to do now. Now you understand. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
And even though it's still hard to let go of some of the old ways, I promise you, it's better to just be like, yo. I personally look at it like I love women. Period. So I'm gonna treat them the best that I possibly can at the understanding of what level they deserve. Meaning whatever they accept. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they accept me giving them roses, if they accept me massaging them down, if they accept me doing candlelit dinners, you know what I'm saying? If they accept those things, then and truly grateful for those things. You know what I'm saying? Because that plays a part. If they're not grateful, then there's the ones that are just there for it. You know what I mean? That's like saying, yo, I'm going to make food every day. And the person is only saying thank you because they know you're going to make food every day. And they're not saying it because they truly mean it. And say, oh, this ain't going to make food tomorrow. Don't even worry about it. What happens if something happens to you? You know what I'm saying? And they ain't even gonna come check on you or be worried about it, you know what I'm saying? But they still gonna be worried about where that food is. And that's the reason why I say we gotta find out what compatibility is, because it's the gateway to where we get the love. I keep saying there's these levels that we miss out on. Like we don't know what a relationship truly is. Because we ain't even breaking it down for ourselves. We just following what everybody else do. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
It's literally like this. The word relationship means to relate. We are in relation. We are now in union by relation. We are related in things. So in this relationship, we do things together. If you are not in a relationship where you are doing things where you can relate to each other, where y'all like, yo, I love doing this with this person. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just one thing, that could be the one thing that could hold everything together, and that's all you need. But if it's nothing, then eventually it's gonna cause stress. Because while you go to the gym, she's at the restaurant eating fast food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Eventually, y'all both are gonna run into two different people. You know what I'm saying? One day that dude that likes to be at the fast food restaurant is going to sit next to her and have that decent conversation. Or that girl in the gym that sees the same thing that you see, had the same goals that you have, is going to end up not walking on that treadmill right next to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you don't have that compatibility, you're only stressing the line. You're running it thin again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got to take those steps. Can I say that? We got to take those steps. And when we don't take those steps and recognizing what they is, like what when you first start off in a relationship, you start dating. That's obviously the step one, but that situation is called wooing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We really don't do that no more, because now we can text each other and now we get to know each other overnight. Literally say, yo, this is my life story. And now you feel like you know each other. You know what I mean? And then after spending a little bit of time with each other, which is going to be constantly on the first couple of days, which y'all like each other and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A couple of days go by, you've been spending a couple of days, feel like a couple weeks. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say.
So eventually
forever.
Now you done skipped so many phases. You go from dating to relationship. When we're supposed to go from dating to companionship, you gotta be companions. You got to cooperate. You know what I'm saying? In order to move on to the next stage, if y'all two can co-op and cohabitate, and I believe I believe sex is important first, honestly. Because if you get with somebody that's terrible at sex and unwilling to bend, then you're already aiming to be miserable in the first place.
You might be right on that, buddy.
I know that is, because it's miserable when a person don't want to have sex with you. It's miserable when you sitting on one side of the bed and the other person don't want to touch you, and you feel like you're unloved and abandoned, and like, yo, what the fuck am I here for? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm wrong if I go get some pussy somewhere else. You know what I mean? That's why I always say I'm. The minute you show me that you're not attracted to me, I understand that you're only here for subtle reasons, you know what I'm saying? Or not to mean what I'm saying. I mean it as the title. Like, you're only here to settle and try to make it work, so you ain't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, this is easy. Every now and then, just throw a little pussy out there and, you know, touch them and smooch them on the cheek here and there, or, you know what I mean? Where you could be in a relationship where you could be fully passionate about each other. Where you could be like, yo, I just want to lick her from head to toe, and she feel the same about you. And when y'all touch, y'all clash every single time and love all the time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be in these relationships where you're arguing all the time and you gotta blame each other for whatever it is that you're truly feeling that you're not ready to get over on.
Yeah, you should shouldn't do that.
I mean, but most of us fail at it because that's the program that we have, bro. I know. I honestly seen that a long time ago, and I always tell these. Always tell the females that I'm dealing with, this is how it ends, because I already know what's going to happen. I can love you wholeheartedly, unconditionally, give you my all, just because you deserve it as a woman. Just because you're a woman, I can give you it. But I'm not foolish enough to be desperate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with being by myself and not getting no pussy for a long time. I can go in my Buddhist mode. But ecstasy and heaven and positivity and inspiration is all in a woman. For me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But do you feel like sex is a weapon?
Sex is definitely a weapon. Hold on. Sex has definitely been weaponized by women to control men. That's why people can get in relationships where they really don't want to have sex with people. You know what I'm saying? When you're not really attracted to somebody, you definitely going to use the sex against them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, in order to get some, I go shopping. I'm not happy. You know what I'm saying? You got to make me happy first. Tend to me first. And I mean, I know there's not all women are like that. I just know of women like that. I know women who are very loving, who are very attentive, and who will kiss you from head to toe at the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that reciprocation is out there.
Oh shit, I didn't even know I could do that.
I just think it's our mind, our mindset, the mindset Of course, it stems from the past, but we got to change our mindset. One, we've had media manipulate our women of our diaspora for so long that we all still have an identity crisis. Male and female, of melanin tone, and of poverty, or of what you want to call poverty stricken areas.
Yeah.
That's why we end up killing each other, because we don't know what's wrong. You know what I mean? I was talking to somebody one day, and she said people need to wake up and get it together. And I'm like, how do you expect people just to wake up? How do you expect people just to see something they've been blinded to all their lives? That's like saying, yo, bro, the sky is purple, and I've been telling you this for the past 10 years. And then tomorrow you wake up and you see that the sky is actually purple. And you're like, yo, P ain't tripping. Why would you just suddenly wake up tomorrow and see that the sky is purple? What is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's gotta be something that's gonna say, yo, look again. And then you yourself will actually see that the sky is purple. But until you're ready, no matter what, I can say, like I've been saying to you before, you've seen it for yourself. I say, yo, go right. You be like, I'm gonna go left. I got it. You be like, man, I should have went right.
All the time.
This has happened in my relationships plenty of times. And not only have I been conditioned to pay attention to stuff like this, I've been gifted to see. And I'm the type of person, I'm a man, I know how to lead from behind. I don't have to be in the front telling everybody what to do. I know how to be quiet, and I know how to lead. I know when to go, I know how to go. I know how to get some shit done. So I would be like, let's get in here and be about business. Don't get personal.
It's gonna get personal.
And eventually she get personal. And then when personal mixed with business on two different fronts, things are going to happen. Even after I said, okay, it's personal. I said, just slowly back out. Of course, go further in. And I'm supportive, so I'm not the I told you so guy, but I'm just saying, please listen to what I'm saying to you, because I've been going through this for a long time.
Yeah.
And I've been conditioned to see these things. And I keep telling people I done been to college several times for different things, because I like to educate myself. And I'll go in there and I'll start educating myself in their books that they give to me. And then once I can start figuring it out for myself, you just gotta keep reading the books. It's almost that simple.
Okay.
I still got that book right in my room right now, and I still read these books. I still pay attention to my classes online. Psychology, sociology, religion, and more, but that's my favorite. This is what I do. And I can see these things. And I see these things, not now, but I've always been able to see these things. Even as a child, I'll be at people's cribs that I chill with within my family, right? And I can feel the tension. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go head home. So I've been there for a month or two, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling with, spending time with my family.
Yeah.
But because of stuff that I don't know that be going on, there be tension, you know what I'm saying? There be stuff going on before I got there that I don't know nothing about.
And you just walk straight into it.
And I walk straight into the middle of it. And then, of course, support the first one that you chilling with either would get you even more drawn into it or create more humbug, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I ended up being the one to see it beforehand. I'd be like, oh, something's going on that nobody's saying. And I'd be like, all right, y'all, I'm skedaddle. Love you guys. I'll see y'all next trip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my mom be like, I can always come home. I'll come home for like a month or two, find my own place, and chill for a minute down here for a couple of months. And then when I get tired of being here, I dip off to somewhere else until I have my son. And even after him, me and him was traveling like that. That's dope.
I'm dead.
But I swear to you now, bro. I've seen enough experiences to not to say see ahead of time in that manner, but to understand we about to crash. And all I'd be like, yo, just listen. And because I'm humble and soft-spoken. And the thing is, you know what be messing me up, bro? Most people know. They be like, yo, you said it all the time. You said it. You said that. Why didn't I listen? And still don't listen. And I'll be like, it's because you have to figure it out at the time that your body's ready to accept it. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's almost linear, like it's a timeline thing, like the old timeline theory. You feel me? Like it's almost divine that you will find out when you are ready to find out. You will elevate when you are ready to elevate. You will mature when you're ready to mature. When you say, okay, I'm ready to put it down and stop playing the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's only because, bro, we play a game for so long. I was just lucky to play that game early.
Yeah.
I was playing a grown man's game at a young age, bro. I knew, like, after this girl gave me the book of psychology, I knew what the deal was, bro. I knew how to talk to older women, bro. I was talking to older women like an old man. You know what I'm saying? And
from the books you read,
bro, that was even before then. My sister gave me game, bro. My older sister gave me game. My older sister told me how to peep a woman. My older sister told me how to pay attention to who pay attention to me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't just walk up to anything. I pay attention to what pay attention to me, and most times it got to be the things that we both were attracted to really be attracted to each other. Like I can tell the difference where a girl be like, "Yo, yeah, he's cute and all," but maybe play with her hair a little bit, lick her lips and all that. But there's a difference between the ones that want you.
how can you tell?
Because she's gonna let it be known, bro. Most times I've had that explosive experience has been like eyes caught into each other type deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I remember at a young age, the girl that my sister taught me how to approach. I seen her from across the fair. And she was just looking at me like I was looking at her. And when she smiled, I already knew what it was. And my sister was like, yo. Go, yeah, like the wolf, bro. My sister's like, yo, lone wolf, go get her. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, I was with her for a while. And she was cute. As a kid, she was like one of the cutest girls in the area that I could find, I guess. she was one of the baddest. And from that point on, bro, like Stacey, I seen Clueless, the movie Clueless.
Yeah.
I seen Stacey Dash, and that's all I wanted. Girls that look like her. So every time I seen something that looked like her, I had to find out what she was about. And I would literally walk up to girls at a young age, older women, like, yo, I just want to know what you know. She's like, yo, you cute.
My boy said, I want to know what you know.
Yeah. I remember I was dealing with this girl. She didn't know I was 15, but she was 25. She was still in college. I had a little girl. And she called my aunt's house looking for me. And my aunt was like, yo, how old are you? It was over for me. She said, I'm 25. She said, my nephew is 15 years old. I remember jumping down the steps, a whole flight of steps. Grabbed the phone. She still came and picked me up.
What the fuck?
Bro, I had some of the best experiences with women. Like, I never really had no bad situations, you know what I'm saying? Ending, of course, always ends with crying and sad goodbyes, of course, but it's never been nothing too flighty or crazy, you know what I'm saying?
When you say flighty, what you mean?
Like where I gotta worry about somebody poisoning my ass, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where I had to be like, yo, I gotta get the hell up out of here. Now I had one crazy story. I'm gonna tell that crazy story later on in the game. But I had one. I literally had one where I had to jump out a window. But that even wasn't bad. It just had to end via text.
It wasn't that bad.
You don't hear about this shit?
Yeah,
I'll be back. So, I met this chick. I ain't gonna give no too much details, but when we seen each other, like we seen each other at the door, and she was really classy, like real classy, nice dressed. You could tell she worked in one of the office buildings nearby, and she looked good. Everybody in there was like, yo, like they wanted to holler at her, and I was like, nah, that was me all day. And I swear to you, not everybody was like, nah, you ain't pulling that. I said, yo, y'all messing with me. I ain't even go after her. I just went out there to wipe the table down, and she was like, can you keep me company? And I was like, hell yeah. Eventually, she started coming in there every day, getting the joint that I like to make her.
what was that?
If I tell you, it gives it away. So, eventually, I go chill with her, and we were just smoking. She was still into gospel, even though I let her know I wasn't into the old ways of worship. And she was still cool with it. Came through, smoked with her. And one night we chilled, and it was a good night. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna get some real good sticky icky and come through. Eventually, I get to her crib, and she's like a little tipsy. I think she was sipping on some wine or something. I never seen what she was drinking. But she was smiling and real happy. She was cooking. I told her I'd already ate, and that kind of upset her. But she was alright. And we sat down and had a really nice conversation. talked about all the things you're supposed to talk about in the beginning of knowing each other. You know what I'm saying? And then it got to the point where she wanted to talk about sex and how the ways of having sex, the certain things that she would do only for her husband. So I'm like, all right, well, seems like me and you are only going to be friends. And if we do this, this is, where it's going to be, because that's cool. And I went to go walk away. And the lights went off, and she grabbed my arm and pulled me close and said,
I was gonna say, damn, she ain't kidnap you, did she?
nah, this not kissing on me, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I kind of like a woman that knows what she wants, so I'm like, all right, maybe she want to make me a man, you know what I'm saying? And we get down, and eventually we even do something that she said only her husband would be able to do. So I'm like, I hope, and this, she don't think this is an institute relationship, but yo, we are in a relation. So a week goes by and everything is good. She's not bothering me. She's not tripping. I'm not, texting her, blowing her phone up or nothing. And she asked me to go to dinner. And I was like, yo, yeah, I'll go to dinner this night. No problem. I get to work and I have to work overtime.
So that means you're not gonna be able to go.
So that meant I could not go. Eventually, I call her and I'm like, yo, I'm working. Like, I don't even think I got through. I think I remember texting her. And I never got a response back. Just kept working. And ended up eventually going home. Next day, I come to work. I work late. And I get off like at 11 o'clock. I get out of the parking lot. And her van is there. And she pop up like, yo, hey stranger. I'm like, what's up? So I was just about to hit you up. She was like, I ain't seen you since, I was on so what you getting into? I'm like, nothing right now, what's up? She was like, can you come through? I cooked you dinner. I was like, oh, cool.
No, that don't sound right.
I get to the house. It smells good. And she goes straight into the kitchen and pours a glass of wine and she seems a little upset. She goes in the bathroom and starts pouring water in the tub. Put some bubbles in there. And then she walks over to me before I can sit down on her couch and starts taking my clothes off. She was like, showers in there, I'm gonna wash your clothes. And I'm like, I ain't gonna be here that long. So I gotta go home. She was like, well, I done ran you a bathtub and cooked you food and everything. You already done missed dinner before. Just stay for a little bit. I said, alright, fuck it. I'll chill. I get in the tub. And I'm chilling in the tub for a second and she's just walking back and forth and I'm hearing her talking, but I don't know what she's saying. She sounds upset.
Yeah.
She comes out of the. She said, I cooked you chicken. This is from the other night when I cooked you chicken. Stuffed it in my mouth, bro. Just straight stuffed it in my mouth. So I'm sitting there like chewing on. Good.
I gotta find me some to eat. I should have got some hoes.
Look, she walked away. I spit the chicken in my hand. And I slid that bitch down in the drain. I pulled the drain up and dropped it in the drain and said, y'all think this Joan trying to kill me. But she
almost had you, buddy.
Huh?
Sounds like she almost had you.
Bro, listen up. No, I think it was alright. I think my mind was just playing with me. She was just scary right then, though. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually, I get out the tub, and she like just drives me down aggressively, and eventually she pushes me on her bed, and yeah. Now, in the midst of whatever we were doing, right? She gets up and turns on the stereo and starts playing gospel music. Now we in the middle of having sex, and she goes to play gospel music, and she's butt ass naked. Goes grab a bottle, whatever it is that she was drinking, and just starts going back and forth, and then changes the channel to her pastor ministering. Comes back, gets back in the bed, jumps on top of me. We doing it. This nigga talking in the background. And I'm like, yo, this is kind of weird. This is just weird as hell. This nigga is straight going off about Jesus in the background, bro. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on, yo? There's something wrong with it. So, eventually, she passes out. And I just lay there for the longest time, trying to fake like I'm asleep. And she was literally just walking back and forth, talking to somebody I don't know. I thought she was on the phone. And I realized the phone was right beside the bed. She was in there talking to her wine bottle or something. I don't know, bro. I was just like, what the hell is going on? And she was just back and forth, played the pastor, played some gospel, played the pastor, played some gospel. She'd go back in the back room and talk to somebody in the back room, but the back room was empty. I know that for a fact. So she came over to me, did some thing to wake me up, and around 7 or so happened, and she was passed out again for a second. I swear to you not, bro. I went to go get my clothes. And my clothes are sitting in the washer in a tub of water. This broad never hit the go button. Just had my clothes sitting in the water. So my pants are soaking wet. My shirt, everything. So everything is soaking wet.
It's because you ain't going nowhere.
I
thought
said,
you was going
you
somewhere.
there? She thought. So I said, fuck that. I put my pants on. I had another shirt in the car. I said, yo, I'm out. I put my pants on, right? And them bitches were like sticking to me. I'll never forget this shit. Them bitches are straight sticking to me. It's cold as shit. And I know it's cold outside. So I'm like, yo, let me get right. And I run out there. Now mind you, I had no shirt on. My pants is wet as hell. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna dip as fast as I can, back up without turning the lights on. I creep past her bedroom window and shit on some ninja shit, not making no noise. I get around the back of her crib and there's my car. I go to open up the fucking door and the door is locked. And I reach in my pocket and I remember my motherfucking keys and shit is sitting on her table next to her bed. My keys, my wallet, and whatever shit I had in my pocket. I go back to the front door to go in, and the door is locked.
Did you lock the door?
I, like an idiot, locked myself out the house. I don't know why, but I guess it was just an automatic lock, thing that I do. So, fuck around and look around the whole house, trying to find a window to jump in. And I find the one window that is open is in the bedroom that she is in. So, I had to jump into the window. Meanwhile, halfway jumping into the window, she's passed out snoring, facing me. Directly at me. Literally probably like not even 10 feet away. And I'm coming in the window, and like 2 times, she looked like she looked directly at me. And then went back to sleep. I done dropped the screen out the window and everything. So then got in. She woke up, looked at me, rubbed on me for a second. I laid down beside her and shit. Wait for her to snore. I jumped up, grabbed my shit, rushed out the door. I don't even think I gave a fuck if it was locked this time, but I swear to you, nah, that jumped in the car and did. I put her on super block. I've never had no shit like that ever happen in my life, but she was fucking creepy. It was a lot more because I found out later on that some other stuff was going on. But she was, what I believe, she was going through some PTSD of a tragedy that she ain't got over. And I think she felt guilt. I think she was dealing with a lot of guilt. And, maybe chose. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't healed. She wasn't ready. But that was the creepiest thing that ever happened to me. Like, I honestly didn't know if I was going to make it out that night. I was just laying there watching. Pace back and forth. I was like, yo, this bro going to get a knife. She going to pop out some. So I had to watch her, bro. I was just watching. Waiting on her to do some crazy shit. But yeah, that was mine. That's the only real crazy story that I have about a woman. I got one woman drop me off at her sister's crib and shit, and leave me there for a weekend. And me and her sister got together. Her boyfriend popped up, and she was hilarious. The girl that I was dealing with, boyfriend popped up. So I had to pretend to be with the sister. I mean, me and the girl wasn't doing that. We were just chilling. But I didn't pretend. Like, he ain't confront me or nothing. Like, literally, she was just like, the guy that's in there is with my sister. And other than that, she took off with this nigga, and I never heard from her again. And I was just there, stuck with her sister and shit. Her sister was just like, please don't go. I was like, what the fuck? Alright. Like, me and her sister didn't even talk the entire time that I was there beforehand. It was just me and this girl. And we was just like in this room, like just chilling and talking and getting to know each other. And next thing you know, I was stuck with her.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Other than that, bro, I had some good situations. I had a lot of good situations with her. That's So say I believe it's and what good women are to find. It's our compatibility that we lack in when it comes down to picking each other on relationships. we pick off of other reasons instead of picking for love. I think they try to say women pick for love and men pick for lust when it's women pick for security and men pick for love. That's why we keep getting fucked up. Emotions. That's why a man that's why you got men that act like 50, bro. They get to the position they get to so they can have control over the women that they deal with. You know what I mean? And now you can pick the best out of the litter. You know what I mean? Like you, bro. $1 million in the bank will get you the best out of most women.
Yeah, of course.
You got $1 million in the bank, you can go up to almost any decent female and be like, yo, I'm that nigga, what's up?
Of course.
But that's because our society's based off of security. Now, how good is that shit if y'all both get dropped off in the middle of the motherfucking safari? You get dropped.
As long as y'all good company, y'all gonna make it, cause y'all gonna work together.
But it all depends on, this is what I'm saying, compatibility though, bro. Because let's say if you get dropped off into a jungle, you gotta survive. So that means you gotta depend on each other, bro. Y'all can't make dumb mistakes. You can't waste time arguing. You can't waste energy. You can't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta be strategic. You gotta think about certain things. And that's the real world. This is the world that's fake to us.
Yeah.
This ain't real. This is not a reality. This is a reality that we made for ourselves. So in a natural environment, if there was a motherfucking earthquake that took all this shit away, which could happen, the earth could shake and knock down all these electric poles, fuck the grid up, knock houses down. Our comet could hit the ground and blow all this shit away, and we all gotta start over again. And starting over, listen, if your girl is dependent on you, you both are dead. Like, that's in the end of the game. Now, if you got a girl that can do the same things that you were doing, you got the girl, like, yo, if a tiger is coming after y'all, and you're both able to run away, it's a bonus versus only you being the one to run away carrying her on your back. Yeah. That mean you were a snack. Nigga, like, you only just wasted some time. I mean, you was inevitable to die already. That's why everybody be talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce being a power team, because they both going for the bag. Like, they going, you know what I mean? Yeah. And their money gonna be strong for forever, bro. Like,
how long will we be there?
The game, the love game. That's the love game. The breaking up to make up joint. That's
Break up to make it.
That's the game we play when we're not sure what we want to do.
Well, nah, actually, look, the reason I play games is because I want to see where your head at.
Use that joint because it might pick up everything. And hear the crack in the tape.
Yeah. The reason I do that is because, you know, I want to know if you can outlast.
Pull up. Oh, never mind.
I'm high as a bitch.
So you hot? Or high?
Both. Hey, I need to go to the gym.
What time is it?
for us to go to the gym?
8:30. Then we